my name is Tyler Urban. This is a collaboration with my dad and a few other people from Windy City Lug. We started off with the mountain. We brought it 2 years ago, and no detail on the water then, and we decided this year to bring it back, go better, go bigger. We detailed the entire water with tile, plate, made a bigger in-depth look. We decided we had a monorail 2 years ago. Let's add a train to it too. Besides that, we wanted everything to be original. We wanted everything to have some personality to it, give everyone's personal opinions in here. So we had train stations. We got a whole row of painted ladies in different colors under construction. We also added a music store with the Muppets playing on top of it. The bike shop's got a pride flag to show its accessibility. We were able to win that award this year, which is amazing. So many pop culture things in here. We started in the playground. We got deer, so many animals, tons of goats. The Lego store, everything's lit up. Everything looked amazing last night at World of Lights. I'm so proud of everyone who did this, from the park to the buildings to just this lug helping us get the ideas bouncing around. It's been a dream to get this to come out and display something this amazing, see the public's reaction, see your reaction when I get to do this stuff.
Yeah. So one of the interesting things about this display is how low to the ground it is. So was that purposeful kind of from the very beginning of wanting to have your display lower like that?
Yes, so it was a very, very, very big thing for us. A couple of the members do have kids, and they were talking about how at these high tables, at a layout this big, you can't see the things. They want, like the seat confines, they want the kids to be able to experience. People in wheelchairs aren't able to see those things. In that first year when I had it at that higher table, I realized the kids are getting lifted up, the people in the wheelchairs, if you're not, able, it was an issue. And I really thought that people who are not able should have the ability to see my display, and they should be able to enjoy it. And this is a collaboration with not only this group, but it's a collaboration for the entirety of Brickworld to show that the more displays that are like this that the kids can see and enjoy, it means so much more. And we got recognized for the Accessibility Award this year, and it means the world to be able to see everyone enjoy this build at this height and get this. This is a dream.
Yeah. So if you can maybe take us through kind of the city streets here and what each of these buildings represent.
So to start off with the Lego store, every Lego city needs a Lego store. I mean, it's a very simple thing. So my member Isaac built that one for us, and then he enjoyed his Chinese heritage, so we decided we'd do a Chinese restaurant, and my dad built that one to just kind of show off dragons. It's got a dojo above it. Moving on, the pink flamingo. If you guys had seen it yesterday, I was in the flamingo suit. Today I'm kind of in a more tropical suit, but that was kind of an ode to me and my flamingos. It was just a fun build that he enjoyed. The police station, every city needs a police station, a fire station, and a hospital because crime, medics, fires, they all happen. So Aaron built that building. It was a beautiful one for us. The office was a really funny one. Something you guys really won't notice is the yellow sloped wedge on there is actually a representation of where Isaac works at EY. It's an accounting firm in the city of Chicago. He works there. It's something really funny that you don't really notice if you don't work around here. And then moving on to the church, we have a a pair of women getting married to show accessibility and inclusion. And it's a church which you don't normally associate, and so it was something different to do, and it was a really fun one. Going on the back row, we like to make jokes with my dad that he's deaf. He's not actually, but we thought a hearing aid center and a music store together would be a really fun one. And then we have a concert with the Muppets going on top of it. The bike store, my dad and I enjoy biking, and so Live Strong Bikes is an ode to Lance Armstrong, and we know he cheated, but we still love him. The bookshop was my dad's too. He enjoys coffee, and I run a Bricklink store online, so I'm at the post office a lot. And so then reading books and everything, it just kind of was a good fit. And then we go on to the hospital here. The hospital's a very simple build, a very fun one though, with the bay, the helicopter landing, and then the elevator in the back to get down and up. The fire station has a beautiful mosaic on the side of Marshall from Paw Patrol, American flags. We have Miss O'Leary's cow from the Chicago Fire on top, kicking over a lantern. So these little kind of details you don't really notice in there, they're fun. And then going to the back row, we have the purple and orange apartments, which were built by Maura in our group. She loves Star Wars, and so she had the Stormtrooper party going on there. And then she built our next 3 buildings in the different colors. We have a light nougat purple and then a light aqua to show the colors, show the, fun that we can have in these displays, and they're all beautifully lit, as I said. And then the under construction is our final building. It was actually a very purposeful thing from the start. It was not something that we ran out of time on. My dad and I did a remodel on our house, and I grew really deep into the under construction, seeing the studs and the foundation of a house. So I figured I might as well include it into a display, and it's not something you see. It's actually a really fun build because it's just a snot sideways building technique, and they're actually just held in by one snot stud on the side, and they move very easily. And that's our display this year. We got a lot of little things in it. We got Brickles from Brickworld and all kinds of other little odes.
Yeah. And going back to the mountain here, obviously a huge part of the build. So how did that come together for you, and how does that kind of transport when you're bringing that to the show?
So this is our 4th rendition of it. We had an original one, which is 7-8 years now. It was a stack of 2x2 bricks in the back with Technic beams coming off. It sat in the corner. If you touched it, it would fall. And so in 2022, I was really, really, really excited to meet Casey McCoy at Brickworld Chicago. He had a beautiful castle display with a waterfall and like a kind of rocky area. And I came with my dad. I'm like, I want to bring the mountain next year. And he goes, you can't do that. It will shatter on the car ride. So we rebuilt it then, and we learned if you just brick build the back and then put Technic beams from the back to the front, it stays extremely sturdy. So right above the waterfall, it splits off, and that whole piece actually fits into our car really, really easily. Then we have a middle section which breaks just above stitch, and then that one slides. All the top peaks pop off, and I mean, it's a really easy transport. They all fit in a bin, the top peaks, and then the middles, they L shape in a car, so you can just slot them both in really easily.
And how long does it take to set up this whole thing when you come to a convention like Brickworld?
So this was actually set up previously at my house. We wanted to make sure everything fit before Brickworld. It took us about 3 hours to get it set up without any of the details. Once we got in here, we realized the tables were not perfectly level, and so we ran into some issues getting the train track and the monorail to work. It took us just over 13 hours of actually detailing and everything beyond the issues we were having, the time we spent trying to fix up those issues.
Excellent work here. Thank you to you and everyone else involved. Really fun layout, so I appreciate it.
Thank you.